by a single grandmother. So I take my hat off to single women, right? But it's like, imagine you look like your father or you got the same skin tone as your father. Because remember, I told niggas, I'm the darkest one. Me and my brother, the darkest ones on my mother's side. So imagine having that with a mother with a feisty attitude. You get you look just like your fucking father. Yeah, you get that. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, we got, you know what I'm saying? We got the females up here, man. What y'all think? What y'all think? Good morning in LA.
So I chime in just while they get their makeup right, right? I was raised by a single mother, right? But I played sports. So I had coaches and men in my life. So I would say, yes, a woman can raise a boy to be a man, but she has to have help. There has to be a male figure somewhere in this boy's life that he could be do boy shit with and learn man rules. You know what I'm saying?
So let's define what a man is. Since you said that, Chico, I'm glad you said that. Could anybody give me a definition of what a man is or supposed to do?
Brick, uh, 1 second before I get busy. I just wanted to give an example of how a woman can't raise a man. Uh, Eventually, a boy has to stand up and pee in the toilet, right? That's just an example of, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, Stu, I'm glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. You know why? My nephew. I take to my nephew so much because he doesn't have his father in his life. Now he's potty trained, but guess what? Guess how he pees, Stu? Sitting down.
I already know.
Oh shit.
I seen it happen
And
before.
And that's because he
and
he stayed with his mommy, right?
yeah, yeah. And he has a step stool to step so he can be above the toilet to pee. So now it's my job every time he say you gotta go to the bathroom. Instead of him turning around to sit down, I gotta, no, nigga, stand up. Yeah, there you go. And your business. I don't care if you pee on the toilet. Just go ahead and pee. Yeah,
All right.
real shit.
So you
Uh-huh.
that man that can be in his life and let him know like,
I have
yo,
to
you
be.
doing
I
that
have to be,
wrong.
right?
You got to do it
All
like
right.
this. And if
Mm-hmm.
he has some questions, he can come to you and ask. You
That's
feel
a
me?
fact.
And not
That's a
feel
fact.
ashamed. I I was raised like my parents was together till I was about like 7 or 8. My father was very prevalent in my life, even though they split. So I could say that I did get the best of both worlds because I did learn how to be a man and how to conduct myself from my father, and also about a lot of business things and life lessons from my father. But I also learned how to be soft to a woman and how to treat a woman and how to kind of understand the different things that a woman that came with, just being a woman and understanding them from my mother. So I can say that I did get the best of both worlds. So I did appreciate both. But I do agree, like, because I've seen it. My mother's friends, they all had kids around the same time, and some of them they was doing it just by themselves. Father locked up, not around at all, and these kids they had to learn how to be a man on their own in the streets, and that shit didn't work out too well for them. Feel me? So I definitely agree to it. Um, we got a lot of strong women out here that's doing the shit
Word.
on their own damn well. Salute to
That's a
them.
fact. That's a
But
fact.
there definitely needs to be a male figure somewhere in the picture that the child could come to and speak to respectfully and just not feel ashamed for asking questions
Mm-hmm.
and all that. Now land.
That's a
All
fact. Miss J,
right,
what you about to say?
so back to this toilet bowl thing, right? Because I like that because I actually could visualize it. All right, so if you implement that in the chat, Mr. Kevin, wants to know if it's, can a man raise a daughter? Okay, so we're gonna stick with the pen standing up and sitting down because it visually makes sense. All right, I was raised by my dad with no mom. All right, and it gets to the point where I've learned how to sit down and pee. That's how I was taught. But after a while, metaphorically, I am capable of doing things that not an average girl, women, female can really do. Not most people stand up and pee. They wasn't brought up like that. It's weird because it's not supposed to happen. Women aren't
Mm-hmm.
supposed to, they're not supposed to do it. We supposed to sit down. The man's supposed to stand up. But I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
tell you, it's some women out here that have been taught to stand up while they pee, and it don't even make any biological sense. And I hope I made sense, but that's all I got.
No, you're right. You're right. And see, that proves the point right there. You get what I'm saying? Like that just proves the point. Like, I just believe that the each gender should be shown an example of what they supposed to be. Because now it's like it's confusing to these kids because even with that they have an option now to be what they don't want to be. You get what I'm saying? And that plays a big part in what you just said, Miss Tiff. You get what I'm saying? Like
Is it
I
like
just
you get lost in identity type thing, or that's where we going with this?
I believe I believe that the choices that are given that they are allowed to have makes it easier for that to happen.
All right, let me
Yeah,
just say,
and then when you wrap that all up, guess what? There was a man right there, standing right there. So a man can raise a daughter. It's just gonna be not in the traditional way.
hold
Yeah,
up.
go ahead, bro.
So, as most of you guys know, I work my ass off. My son has been raised by my wife. We live together. I work 16 hours a day. I can honestly say I didn't teach my son a lot of shit. My wife taught him everything. So, on that note, a woman can raise a man. Now, my son's 19 years old. He took what I was doing, and now he's doing. He works his ass off. So he saw what I was doing. So he got the visual of what I was doing. But if my wife wasn't there, my kid wouldn't be half the man he is today. So I think a woman can raise a man. That's
Hey,
just my
Kev.
belief.
Okay.
Am I in the
Hey,
Matrix? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
yeah,
hear
Yeah,
yeah,
we
you.
can
yeah,
hear you
yeah.
now.
Go ahead, Miss Butler.
Okay, so before I start back driving, I just want to chime in. No, a woman cannot raise a man. I cannot teach you how to be quote unquote a man. I can teach you all the loving factors. I can teach you how to be nurturing. I can teach you how to be caring. I can teach you all of the things to be a good character, to have good character and be a good person. But I cannot teach you how to be a man. I cannot teach you the essentials of a man. I can't teach you how to properly get in there and wash your ball sack and pull the foreskin back. I can't teach you that. I can only teach you what I know for a fact as a woman. Likewise, a man can't teach a girl how to be a woman. You don't have those characteristics to do so, if that makes sense.
Well said, Miss Butter, and I agree to that because I definitely remember you just saying that brought me to that visual moment of reminiscing my father teaching me how to ride a bike, catching that football with him showing me how to hold a baseball bat and hit the baseball. So it's certain things that you completely right. Like, yeah, that's you're gonna need a father. Show you that. It's a fact.
Yeah, and to my point, I agree saying that they can. So I agree with Kev, but like in his situation, the man is there to provide some visual of what a man does: work hard, take care of the family, right? So for me, my father wasn't in my life on a day-to-day basis, but I did have, and that's one of the things that, I hate to see nowadays. Sports was and is um, a father figure. That coach is a father figure to many kids in the. I'm gonna speak for the inner city. In the inner city where there is a lack of, maybe there's some incarceration, maybe there's some missing fathers, right? Those coaches help single mothers fill that gap where they couldn't fill the gap. The coach, the mother could tell the coach, you need to talk to him. He hanging out with the wrong crowd, or he's smoking weed, or whatever it may be. There was a coach there to be that median, right? To provide that masculine energy that was missing from the home because the mother, the father's not in the home. So I say yes, but only with some type of male, be it an uncle, be it a coach. There has to be a male somewhere in this child's life that can teach him the other side of the game.
If I can, I kind of want to also point out like there's like a emotional mental part of that as well. Like just because like so I'm raising my daughter, her father isn't in her life, but my son's father is in his life, like heavy. Like he's um we got 50-50 custody, all that. So I noticed something with my daughter where she's clingy to men like already, and she's only 5. And I kind of expected that. So I do have her like she's already in like soccer. She's got coaches in her life and stuff like that. And then I noticed with my son, like he started like tucking her in at night and stuff like that. And I was just like, okay, like her reference for a man is most likely going to be like her brother. But so it's like I'm trying real hard to make sure that he's a good example, I guess, through his father. I know that sounds weird, but it's kind of like I know mentally that there's something there because I grew up without my father in my life. And I know basically as soon as I turned 18, the first guy that said he liked me, I was like, I was stuck, you know?
Hey, Miss Tiffany, um, your name Tiffany Jones. Can I call you Miss TJ? Cause we got a Tiff up here. Can I call you
Yeah,
Miss TJ?
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, my
That's it.
nickname when I was young was T. So,
All right, Miss T, Miss T. That's dope, right? Because I got two younger sisters, right? And one on my mother, one on my father, right? But I grew up with my little sister, and me being the middle boy, I had to be there more for my sister because my grandmother was out working and doing other things. So I had to step in and basically raise her because we got 8 year age gap, yeah, 8 years. So I had to be there. Only thing I could say about that is dope because that's his little sister. He's always gonna protect her, but that pressure is gonna be a lot too. So what I could say is be careful with that because you don't want to give him too much of that responsibility. If you get what I'm saying, because it could be a lot of pressure for a young man growing up. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, I
even though
feel
he
you.
yeah, like even though he got his pops, you know what I'm saying? It could still cause a little conflict, but you know what I'm saying? He's doing good because it's in his nature. You know what I'm saying? Like it's in your nature to protect your sibling. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And that's dope. So
I find myself having to tell him because sometimes he gets so worked up. Like, she still sucks her fingers. So I've been trying to get her to stop, right? And they'll be playing or something like that. And I hear him and he's like, get your finger out your mouth. You're not supposed to do that. Get your finger out your mouth. And I'm just like, hey, chill. You're going to have an aneurysm. Like, that's my responsibility, right? Like, you come to me. Like, but he gets like so worked up about stuff that I'm like, that's not, like, I get it. You want her to stop. Like, you feel like you need to do something, but chill.
yeah, no, that's yeah. I mean, he young, so that's to be expected. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. And Miss T, nice to have you. You know what I'm saying? This is CMB, New Jack City, man. Welcome to the stage. You know what I'm saying? You more than welcome to come back and kick it with us. You know what I'm saying? Great to have you. Word up. So, hey yo, but let me ask this, right? So we got the question: should can a black woman raise a boy to be a man? Even with that happening, because it's gonna happen, it's happening. She has to raise this boy to be a man. Does that cause like an emotional imbalance? Like the emotional side of a man? Because as boys we taught, we ain't supposed to cry, or we supposed to do this, supposed to do that. But sometimes women are a little some women are more lenient. Like, oh, come here, baby, come here, come. All right, it's all right, it's all right. So is that causing an emotional imbalance, making them soft? I don't know what y'all think.
Honestly, I think Brick, it does cause emotional imbalance. I can take this personally real quick. I was raised by a single mother, and I had family members that wasn't raised by a single mother. And it's it's if you raised in a single family and you hang around people that got both their parents, you can instantly tell the difference. But I'm gonna go back to what you said. Let's go back to the mother. I think it goes back to how the mother was raised. If the mother was raised, let's say like this, if the mother was raised like a man, but she a woman and she had a child,
Watch out.
yeah, she still is a woman, but she got characteristics of a man. So she 9 times out of 10, she has a son. She's not gonna raise him soft, but at the same time, he's still gonna be lacking the things he need to know from a man. But then we can flip it. If a woman if a mama is if the parent is raised by, let's say, just a sensitive woman, and she just a sensitive person, and she has a child, and she raising that child on her own. Guarantee 9 times out of 10 that boy gonna be brought to be sensitive. So I honestly, at the end of the day, if you raise single parent without your dad or your mom or however way, I honestly believe you need both, but it depends on the person that's raising you, how your outcome be with your characteristic, because your characteristic 9 times 10 gonna be how they characteristics are.
Like that, Jay.
That was dope, Joe. Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, yo.
Yeah, and just real
What?
quick, Brick, I wanted to piggyback on that. I've seen, yes, a boy can end up with more of the feminine trait than his masculine trait, because he's in a feminine house. Lately, I've seen toxic women, right, that want their son to be this hardcore, get like, you don't cry, like, straighten your face up, like, you know what I'm saying? They end up being so hard on these boys that they end up becoming hard, in the world. You know what I'm saying? So I think it can go both ways. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, and it's in our community, where these women hang around toxic men and then take that toxicity and apply it to their son. They want their son to be hard. Boys don't cry. Boys don't show emotion. You hard, and that can backfire as well. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Word. That's a fact, Chico. Because quick example, right? Now, I didn't have my pops. You feel me? But I had my uncles. Now, mind you, I got three uncles. None of them was home growing up at the same time all together. Maybe I think like 1 year. I ain't gonna front, maybe 1 year. But it was like a rotating door with seeing them. So that was the male figures that I had growing up. But they was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And when you got grandma raising you, she give you the more softer side. Like, yo, come here, baby. All right. Like she does that. That's what mama does. You know what I'm saying? And it could cause not confusion, but an emotional confusion, if I could say that. Like I'm gonna say it, and it may not be right, but that's what I think or how I should say it. So it's like on one hand, you got niggas coming in and out your life, saying, "Yo, nigga, yo, nah, nigga, we ain't do it like that. We do it like this." And then when they not there, you turn around. Oh, come here, baby. So now you have this roller coaster of emotion. You know what I'm saying? And when you get out into the world, and it gets to the dating life. When you start with the dating life, you get what I'm saying? Like that's when these things are prevalent on raising kids because the way you raise them as like as babies and toddlers and adolescents, they take that into their dating life. So you making this boy out to be a soft little sissy towards women, they get ran over, or they become simps. See, we got the simps, cause that's all you've been hearing for the last what 2 3 years now. Simp it, oh you a simp, nigga, you a simp, you a simp, you a simp, you a simp. But that could have been caused from how he was raised. You get what I'm saying? Who with me?
I'm
Who
And
riding with
riding?
you. I'm
Who
riding
and
with
ride
you.
Brick,
with me?
also
You know what I'm
Brick,
saying?
to add to what
Yeah,
you
you right.
saying, we also been hearing about these dudes offing they ladies more than ever. Like
That
getting
emotion.
aggressive and lashing
Yeah,
out and doing something wild to their lady.
yeah.
Like where that shit coming from?
Because a black see because it's it's so much emotion that's built up because think about this. When you lack in a parent, and I'm gonna say I can only use my experience because I that's how I saw things. My brother, me, we have abandonment issues because our moms and our pops. So it's like when we get with these women and men, for my sister, not me, we like, don't leave me type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I seen that early. My first girlfriend, I cried. Please don't leave me. I'm sorry. I'll come. Spend more time with you. I won't hang outside more. Please don't go. But that shit was built up shit from my mom. And I know this. I go to therapy, y'all. I do. I go to therapy. That's built up emotion. And that's what happens a lot of times when we go into these dating life. We take our baggage from being raised by a woman and not having our pops into our relationships. And we fuck them up. I fucked all my relationships up. Except for my wife. Like she understands me. She knows me. Yeah.
All
Who
right, Brick.
riding?
I'm riding with you. I got one for you. All right.
Mhm.
Um, it's been talks going around that women raising these boys and they don't know how to. I'm trying to make this so I won't fuck this up. They don't know how to handle their reactions because they ain't been around a man to teach them like, hey, calm your ass down. So now they go pick up guns quicker. They emotional creatures. They don't know how to fight. So the first thing they know is, oh man, that nigga, fuck him. I'm about to go kill this nigga. Instead of saying, yo, sit your bitch ass down and think about what you about to do. You know what I'm saying?
I got you,
See,
bro.
I speak from the sense of y'all know I be gone all week, so my son still with his mom, and like, and it's a house full of females, but it's like they can't really they listen to them, they do what they supposed to do, but like y'all said, they can't raise them the way they need to be raised when they get around me. It's a whole different. it's a whole different aspect. It's a whole different thing to where like how you just said, yo, like they mom so sensitive about certain shit. It's like my son got jumped by some white boys. She worried about them fighting the white boys and getting people put out. It's like, yo, you don't let nobody fuck with your kids. And with my oldest son, he like, damn, I thought I was supposed to protect myself. So it's like that's why I'm leaning more toward the side. Like, nah, they can't raise them because you making them worry about stuff that they shouldn't have to worry about. Like, you got to tell them what's right and explain to them. And I ain't saying that a female can't explain it, but it's about the situations and shit like that that some women are in that won't let their sons grow to the potential they need to be because they're just like when it comes to a lot of football right now with a lot of females and they see all the stuff that's going on. You don't want the boy playing football because you just seen so much scary stuff. You can't you can't coddle these kids. You can't hold their hand through everything. If he go out there and get hit and he don't want to do it no more, he gonna learn that on his own. You can't make the decision for him for everything that he does. As we were kids, we had to learn. Yo, your mama told you, man, you keep putting your hand by that stove, you get burnt, you gonna learn. Like that's where I feel like it goes kind of wrong when they start to try to shield these kids from everything that goes on. You got to explain and talk to them and let them know what's going on. More so of just coddling and holding their hand through shit.
All right, I wanted to bring some numbers into the game so we'll know what we're dealing with, and I'm dealing with our community. On these numbers, we currently have 67.85% single black mothers in this country today. So just to
Damn.
put some context to it.
Okay, all right. I want to ask y'all a question. I don't mean to get spicy, but we got to do this. So, with the influx of gay black men, is this a product of their mother raising them? Because I done seen out my eyes women letting their kids dressing them up in dresses at like 2 years old. So is that an effect of that number?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah.
It definitely can. It definitely can. But we let on that what you just speaking of. That's I would put that in the realm of a mother that's raising a black kid on their own with no outside male influence at all. And what I mean by that, like most of us that's raised with just a single mother or a single father, or, I'm just gonna say single mother because that's what we're talking about, single mothers. That boy have to go outside and get influenced by a male, or they have uncles or older cousins that come in their house to try to give them some type of male influence, or they have to get it through sports. Most it's a lot of black males out here. They first interaction with a male with authority was dealing with sports. They coaches or they assistant coaches, stuff like that, or whatever. So honestly, if you don't have none at all, because it's kids that don't even want to go do sports, like I forgot who said it earlier. Well, if your mom don't want you in sports, so you ain't gonna catch that influence by older men, So you just staying at home with your mama all day. You go everywhere where your mama go. So of course that boy gonna pick up every female characteristic it isn't trait. Now that is really going on. I can go to a personal situation with this. When I was a little kid, my mom thought it was cool. Just put an earring in my ear. I was a little kid, her and her homegirls. They got drunk and just thought it was cool to put an earring in my ear. I didn't want no fucking earring, but they thought it was cool to put an earring in my ear. Women, grown women, as well at a Halloween party. My mom thought it would be funny to put me in a fucking dress when I was a little kid, 6 years old at a Halloween party. Guess what my uncle came over there and got into my mama ass. Pause. So if you don't have an uncle or a coach or a older cousin or friends that really have your backing and outside them streets, it's hard for a young boy to have a male influence if they're not in them directions.
I say at one point in time in life, I agree with that theory, right? But I ain't gonna lie. I think as I got older, I realized I think it's more the fluctuation of more gay men. I think is more of a chemical imbalance. You being gay, you get what I'm saying? I feel like it's just some people wired a little differently. Um, there's a lot of households with the men there that have gay men being brought up. No one touched them as a kid, as far as we know, and they still becoming gay. I think what it is society is a lot more open to it. So you got less people undercover and more people more outgoing and more outspoken with that shit. I think that's all it is, really. To be honest with you, I think gay people come from gay people is just like a chemical imbalance. Cause at the end of the day, like uh, society shows you that, or well, at one point in time, society kind of told you that yo, it's wrong to be gay. You know what I'm trying to say? And nowadays, it's more accepted. It's way more accepted. And if society, most people go with what society tells them. If you go against that, usually it's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And the reason usually is a little bit more deeper than they mom raised them. My mom raised me and my brother. Me and my brother never did nothing gay, ever. You know what I'm saying? Never had a father figure. Never had no man to look up to tell me what was right and what was wrong sexually. You get what I'm saying? Society told me that it was wrong. Nowadays they being raised that it's okay to be gay, express yourself and all this stuff. And honestly, to be real with you, I kind of rather it that way than people out here undercover ruining women because they undercover and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
No doubt, no doubt. If you at the end of the day, you still gotta be true to yourself. If there ain't no reason to hide, especially in this world today, everything's out in the open. But I will be honest with you. What I was saying, I wasn't really just trying to say what I just said will cause a young boy to become to like other men when he grow up. I'm just saying if you it's two type of upbringings you're gonna have if you're in a single household. And that's what I was trying to bring up there. If you're in a single household, either you gonna have male influence from somebody or you're not. Now, at the end of the day, once you get older, you can't we can't just put it on the mamas. I understand it, but I'm just talking about from the upbringing. What you get raised at the end of the day, it stays in you if you do it or not. It's like if you a little boy and you raised by a single mother and your mother hang around number women, so that boy gonna have a already right then and there, he gonna know how to talk to women or talk to women how they talk, right? So now, is he gonna become a a, a women's, like, what, quote unquote, what they call a playboy, or he gonna be on the other side? It's either or. But it's like it's no case to case situation. I'm not just saying because you raised by a woman, you got a little castration, you gonna, it's you got the characteristics in you, but it don't mean it's gonna turn you into, because me it's just my opinion. Some people are raised to go like that, and some people are taught to go like that.
I I'll be honest, Joe. I don't think no. I'm not gonna say nobody, but I don't think a lot of people raise their kids to be a certain kind of way. Um, you gotta remember before you thought about sex and stuff when you was a little boy, you had a crush on a little girl. You probably had a crush on a little girl. You know what I'm trying to say? You didn't. You you didn't. You could have been raised by a girl, raised by a man. Didn't matter. Chemistry is chemistry. Your brain is going to automatically tell you this is what I'm attracted to. You get what I'm saying? No one could
No,
convince you that like no one could convince you that a light skinned girl or a dark skinned girl is better than a light skinned girl. You get what I'm saying? No one could. That's what your brain already mentally is programmed or wired to believe and feel. Chemistry is chemistry. You can't defeat. You can't beat chemistry. You can't beat it. So that's why I say I don't believe it matters. You could have been wearing dresses. Your mother could put you in dresses your whole goddamn life. But if you like women, you like women. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. Your chemistry is your chemistry. You get what I'm saying? That's like saying you gonna go to jail, get life, and then go start messing with men. You had to already had that thought in your head to even because you can't chemistry like pause. Your joint ain't gonna get up for a man. It's just not. If you are 100% wired to the point where you believe women are what I want. This is what I like.
I
yeah,
think taking
I
it
mean,
all
you
the way
100%.
to the
Go ahead,
gay
go ahead.
to the them being gay side is a bit extreme, right? What I could say to what Stu's point is, we have a lot more emotional men because they're raised by women, right? Whereas it's masculinity on the man's side, right? Somebody Jones on you, you Jones back on them, right? You know what I'm saying? We horseplay. It's just is men energy that they could lack and then become more sensitive, which then leads to, like Stu said, when it comes to issues blow out of control because they tend to be more emotional because they grew up in an emotionally driven household, right? Whereas, a man will teach a boy like, how to conflict resolution like a man, and things like that to to handle situations. So I think yes, do I agree that we do have a lot more emotional boys that's turned into emotional men because women are inherently emotional and it's not what you directly teach the child, it's what he picks up on subconsciously just by watching you when you're not even paying attention, right? So I think yes, it does lead to um, issues becoming bigger because men don't just meet behind the school and duke it out no more, right? It gets overly emotionally or blown out of proportion to it leads to like increased killing in our neighborhood. So I can agree with that.
Yes, sir. I could agree with that part of it too. I will say that part. The emotional side of it, yes. I would agree that probably stems from becoming from coming from being raised by an emotional creature. Women are emotional creatures and there's nothing wrong with that. That's how they were designed. You know what I mean? So yeah, of course if your mother was an emotional person, she reacted off emotion more than off of what was probably right or whatever, then yeah, you're gonna definitely have those same tendencies. You probably it's a good chance you'll have those tendencies growing up. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely agree with that as well.
Hey,
And
I'm
I don't
Okay,
want to leave out.
okay,
hey,
I gotta
can I say something?
go ahead. Go.
I want to come from a mother's perspective. I was raised by all women. All women. My grandma, my 8 aunties, and plus my mom. That's who raised us. My dad was all our dad was doing what they was doing. Them the women was in the house. They raised us good, bro. My grandma was a God fearing woman. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn scripture. I had to learn the Bible. I had to know about God. You know what I'm saying? My mom was a dope fiend. You know what I'm saying? But she took care of us. She was a functioning addict. You feel me? And all my other aunties worked. You feel me? And then my mom took care of all their kids. You know what I'm saying? So to me, a woman can raise a boy into a man. because my uncle them was out there doing what they was doing all over the country, and we ain't had no one but these women to depend on. You know what I'm saying? My granddaddy was there for a while until he died at 90, and that really changed the matters of our family. You know what I'm saying? But my aunties, right, still today, man, they the head of my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. They the foundation. You know what I'm saying? They taught me certain things that I would have never knew. You know what I'm saying? Cause no man teach me how to do it. You feel me? They taught me how to do certain things. You know, I looked up to some male figures. You know what I'm saying? Probably some wrong male figures, cause I went the wrong way. Cause when I started looking up to these guys, I started doing bad shit. I started doing shit that separated me from my family. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I fell in love with guns. I fell in love with the wrong thing. You feel me? Before I started looking up to these people, you know what I'm saying? My auntie was my everything. You know what I'm saying? But I made a decision to go into the streets and do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? But them women, man, they taught me the most valuable lessons in life, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard to put it. You know, it's just weird. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I always knew what my daddy was. I knew what my uncle them was. I had one uncle doing real good. He's still doing real good. You know what I'm saying? I love my uncle to this day, man. You know, that's why I got up and stopped selling drugs, because my uncle showed me, man, he been working for over fucking 50 years, man. And he living good, bro. You know what I'm saying? He living good, Joe. He don't work in the wintertime when it's snowing because he ain't got to. You feel me? The people always calling him, telling him, come on, drive and drive. He's like, no, fuck that. I'm old now. But yeah, man, women, man, I value the women was in my life who raised me, man. And yes, they taught this young man to be a fully grown man, to make your decisions, do what you want to do, not what other people want you to do. You feel me? Do what you want to do.
I'm gonna ask everybody a question. If a woman can mold a grown man, don't y'all think she can mold a child?
I think a woman could. Honestly, I didn't get to tap in on the original question, but I think a woman could raise an adult. I don't think she can give him all the characteristics it is to be a strong man, but she can definitely raise him to be an adult.
Hey,
Reason I
can
was
I?
getting at that.
Can I? Can I?
Reason.
Can I?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. How many of us have single parent homes in here? I'm one of them. How many of
I,
us?
I'm
You
one
know
of
what
them.
I'm saying?
I did.
I was
Me
raised by
too.
my dad though, so it's kind of different.
Okay, you was raised by your dad. I'm talking about
Yeah,
as a single
I
parent women.
see. I was raised by my mom at first, then I went with my aunt during my teenage years.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But you was raised by two women, right?
I was raised by a woman.
Yeah,
I was raised by
I was
one.
raised
So
by a
so
strong black
so
woman.
okay. So that means at least 75% in this room we was raised by black women, right?
Yep.
You see how many intelligent
Can
guys in this motherfucking room, bro?
can I jump in for just a hot second?
Go ahead, Miss Bottle. Little Bottle.
So big butter, definitely not a little one.
I just had
so
to hear that this morning.
so realistically, like I said earlier, we can mold y'all to be excellent people. I mean excellent men. But I can't teach you how to be a man. And realistically, I think when we are having this conversation, you have to separate the generations because the generations that you guys were raised by, those grandmothers and aunties and big mamas, those women, yes,
Oh,
they could exactly. We don't have that anymore. We got 40 in early 40s, early 50-year-olds in the club right now. We don't have that
grandmamas.
anymore.
And that's the grandma.
damn,
Exactly. So whenever
Grandmamas.
it's
damn.
all said and done, you can't say, I personally, as a strong black mother raising a son in Baltimore, I can't say I can
You cut out, butter.
She out there working.
Yeah. To 50 point, and I get what you're trying to say, right? Because yeah, I was a smart man, right? Oh, I did.
LGBTQI plus, they're the
Hold on,
target
hold on. Hey,
of.
but you might have to bring that back. You went in the matrix for like a good 15 seconds.
Got you. Okay, so what I said was, as a black woman now, I can't effectively say I can teach my son how to be a black man in this a day and time, because they are targeted more than what they were previously, and not just by police, not just by um um the other people. They're being targeted for kidnapping. They're being targeted and scouted to play sports that's killing us, and they know it's killing us. They're being targeted by all of these different things that we didn't necessarily have back then. So to say, yeah, man, these women can, yeah, I can raise you, but I can't teach you how to be a black man because I don't know how it feels to walk outside and the police see you with locks, 5 foot something or another, and automatically say he's a criminal. I don't know that feeling.
Like
So I
being
can't
raised
teach you emotionally how to take care of that. Y'all got it.
like to that aspect, like my mama, you know what I mean? She did what she did, but like I feel like it's the mindset. Like you gotta like I said, it's all about explaining and talking to your kids when they're young. That's what my mama always did. I feel like a lot of that's what our parents probably did with us. But I'm just speaking to the aspect of, yo, a woman can tell a boy like, yo, you know it's certain shit you gonna deal with when you come out here. This is how you handle it. Like Chico always say, yo, don't try to fight nothing on the side of the road. You just tell your kids the same thing. That she and she knows that herself because black women get pulled over just as well as a black man. They thinking she up to some shit also. So it's like they gotta talk to the kids more instead of, like I said, instead of coddling, instead of holding their hand, just talk to them and let them know what's going on. Stop trying to hide stuff from kids so much. And it's like certain stuff your kids shouldn't know, and there's certain things they should know. They got to tell them the things they should know to go out here in this world. Like my kids be all over the neighborhood, but I tell them and she tell them, hey, look, man, y'all see some shit going on? Take your ass in the house. No, you don't need to be sitting around. Your mama told you coming up, man. Get out of grown folks' mouth. Stay out of grown folk business. Like it's like that's it. Just goes to the mindset of the parent. Also, that's what I'm trying to say.
A fam, that's a good point. And my bad, y'all, I got a phone call. But yo, that brings up a good point because before I settled down with my wife, right, and official, like stop fucking with other women, dealing with women that's raising boys, it's a hard task for them too. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for that woman to try to teach that boy to be a man because that's what she would like for him. You know what I'm saying? To be a man. Not so much with the toxic shit because, we do get that. We run into females like that. But for the most part, the women who aren't toxic, who do have like a sense of, you know what I'm saying, responsibility to know, like, it's not his fault that I made the choice to deal with his father type shit. So let me help or be better in showing him how to do what he's supposed to do. And that's a task within itself. You know what I'm saying? Because you keeping your womanhood and then you busy with no, you don't do that. Nah, toughen up. Nah. And knowing deep down she don't really want to be that way. She wanna pick him up when he fall. You know what I'm saying? Like my nephew, he's 3 years old, right? Busybody, run around, love to just get in this shit. But he love to play the drums. He 3 years old and he plays the drums. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. But Outside of that, his moms can't show him like, yo, when you fall, leave his ass right there. He'll get up. Don't rush to his aid to be like, oh, you alright, you good. Let him sit for a little while. Let him feel that. Because as time goes on, you know what I'm saying? That's when you be like, all right, come on now, come in. You all right? You good? You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta start building a little bit of toughness when they young. Because I believe it's a window. And this is just my beliefs in my opinion. I believe it's a window for boys to be tough or soft. You know what I'm saying? And once that window is gone, it's over. Either you is or you ain't. And I can honestly say I'm glad to have my older brother. He only a year older than me, but I'm glad he was in my life because we fought all the time. That's how I know how to fight because of him. He did something I ain't like, I pop off. I do something he don't like, pop off. So you know what I'm saying? But I love him to death. But at the end of the day, it's like women. I think that it's hard for women too. That's just the whole thing. I think it's hard for women too to raise a boy to be a man because they like Miss Butter was saying, she don't know what it is to be riding and police pull you over because there's three other niggas in your car. You know what I'm saying? Like she don't know that. You know what I'm saying? My wife don't know that, but I do. You get me? So like that, I think that it a woman can't raise a boy, but how she was raised, how she wanna raise, and how she needs to raise her son will determine what kind of man he gonna be.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
and the Miss Butter point, man, if we have more of a community back, when 50 speaking about the auntie team and, having different strong women, like, no disrespect to the new women, but our elders were a lot stronger, right? And I'm more concerned about the unconscious lessons that the boy learns and some of the clues that we as men could pick up on when a boy is starting to move around the streets, right? He dressing different. Do you notice that he keep wearing the same colors that he might be gang banging, right? It's certain unconscious clues that men could pick up on. Oh, I see you rocking cologne now and shit. You like you trimming your little beard every day, man. What you got? You getting some skins? You got rubbers. So it's unconscious things that could be missed. You know what I'm saying? By the mother that a father would naturally pick up on because he knows the motion of how men rock, and boys rock. You know what I'm saying? So it's some unconscious things that they pick up on from the mother on the feminine like side, far as the toughness and that thing. And there's also unconscious things that you can't foresee what the boy is going into because you just don't have that sixth sense. We've been outside. I could see my nephew something going on, right? What they fucking with you, right? In this case, they was fucking with it, right? And I was able to pick up on it, and this how you rock with it, right? You might have to knock one of them out and then the rest of them gonna stop telling jokes, right? So it's unconscious things that I think a mother can miss. Although they can do the job, there's some unconscious thing that could be missed that could affect that boy becoming into a man and some of the baggage he may carry along that path.
Yes,
All
sir.
right,
I
I
agree.
got something.
Uh,
One second, Eddie, before I run lose reception. I got something. What about when that boy becomes 13 and he taller than his mama? I done seen it. My relatives and I done had homeboys. They just bully their mom because their mom can't control them no more.
yeah, yeah, that's a good point, Stu. Cause I remember, like, yeah, at one point in time, I feared my mom. My mom said, "Go get the belt." Feel me? I knew that. I'm like, oh man, this shit's over, right? But then I got to an age where I never touched my mom, never cussed at my mom. To this day, I don't swear in front of my mom. Like, I might, shit, a little something, whatever. And I'm a grown ass man. And I don't, because I respect my mother to the fullest. But that belt used to scare me until I got to that point. Like you said, when I started getting a little height on, I'm damn near your size. She swung that belt at me. I grabbed it. I'm like, Mom, nah, we ain't doing this no more. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
You know, but I will say to that notion, when kids, you tell them that, oh, all right, you acting up. I'm about to tell your dad. That shit hit different. I never had that.
Whoa.
I never had that because like I said, my pops died when I was young. You know what I'm saying? So I never had that, but I see how my kids react when they mom say it about me. Oh, I'm gonna tell you that shit hit a little different. You know what I'm saying? That shit that shit hit a little different.
Yeah, it was an uncle for me. You know what I'm saying? When we got to a point where you feel like you're out of control, I'm gonna call your uncle, right? I don't call that crazy motherfucker. No, right? So that masculine figure is important, especially when a kid hit them teenage years, right? A lot of kids try their dad at that time, right? And if there is no dad there, it could be a case where the son begins to run amok through the house because the mom can't stop him. And if there is no uncle there or no father to call in and actually intimidate him to tell him to sit your punk ass down, then yes, that kid can end up running wild and start spinning blocks and doing all kind of crazy shit because it's no net.
Man, my dad is 70 years old. I'm still scared of that nigga. 71, my bad. I'm still scared of that nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. 'Cause like I said, I know I be out here. Them niggas act like they don't know how to talk, but as soon as I get on the phone, is yo, you don't want to talk now, but you want to run around here and not fucking listen. So they changed their whole attitude. So I agree with that shit wholeheartedly.
Word up.
So is it up to us if we have family members in our own lives that single moms? Is it up to us to bring influence around now instead of
100%,
just like how it was back in the day, just let them roam?
Remember the famous saying, man, take a village to raise a man.
There it
Exactly.
is. There it is,
My
Eddie.
sister.
It's your obligation. It's your
That's a
obligation
fact.
as the man. You a man. So not only fuck your feelings, but you do know how it feels to not have that male in your life. So it's your obligation to not let your loved one feel the same thing you felt. Cause hey yo, like Chico said, that no, or like Eddie said, that no hit different when you hear it. When you hear your little nephew or son acting up and you hear his mom, I'm gonna tell your uncle, no, you hear the
Yes,
mile
sir.
away. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, like you have to. I mean, everybody entitled to do what they want to do, but you gotta show them this is the right way to do things and this is the wrong way. Cause if not, they gonna be that 13-year-old boy standing up while his grandmother trying to whoop his ass and you just standing there like, all right, you done? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, all right, like I'm 13, you trying to whoop my ass, it's not gonna work. Not no more. I don't even feel it when you hit me. So what? But the respect is still there. Like I always respected my grandmother. Like Eddie said, I don't curse. I don't do nothing. Like I used to try to hide everything from her, but it's like she had this sixth sense, like an oracle. She could predict the future, and she seen things. Like, but so that's neither here nor there. But you gotta, Ray, you gotta help. You just gotta help, man, because you just don't want him to be a product of being a statistic out here in life, man. You don't want him to be another number. You know what I'm saying? You don't want him out here dead. If you love him, at least you know you don't want him out here roaming these streets and getting guidance from somebody else.
And
And
that's
then
a
think
fact,
about it,
right?
Brick. My bad, Chico.
No, I was just gonna speak to, my I have my daughters, right? And then they had their cousin. There was one point where my baby mothers and her sisters, we all had a crib down in Georgia together, right? So we got all women in the house. And she, is 5 girls plus the women, and then it's just my nephew and me. So I would purposely take him and tell him like, yeah, we getting away from the women, bro. It's man time. We about to go do some man shit. Gonna scratch our balls. Like we about to do some man shit. Cause sometimes you just gotta get away from the women and do man shit, right? And his father wasn't in his life. And I'm the closest thing to a father that he would probably know. You know what I'm saying? And I will purposely take him to go do man shit. Let's get away from the women. Women, you'll learn as you get older. It's the time of the month where we just get away. You just gotta know it's gonna just go, right? We're gonna go do man shit while they beat women, right? And those lessons have to be, and it allows that masculinity to come out. We might go see a basketball game, we might go to the park and hoop, whatever it may be. We're allowed to be men while women are doing their women thing, right? You know what I'm saying? So if you're close to a kid that doesn't have a father, by all means, you should be there to step in and provide those lessons because it's lessons that it's just unconsciously learned. Just being the man that you are, they'll pick up man traits that the women just can't give 'em.
Real quick, if you're in the room, I put a link up top. If you haven't downloaded the Rumble app, please take 2 minutes out your time to download the Rumble app. Follow our New Jack City page. Your support is gladly and highly appreciated. Back to the show.
Oh, we at 21 now.
All right, all right, all right. Appreciate that, Ed.
Shit, Eddie.
But yeah, I I share a story. It's not crazy, but one of my close friends growing up, uh, he grew up in a household with his mom and his dad, right? And he straight arrow kid, straight as an arrow, and his pops was heavily involved in his life. His father owned a landscaping business, so throughout the summertime, excuse me, throughout the summertime, his father used to the whole summer, not the whole summer, but majority of the summer, his father would have him work with him, make money, you know, basically show him what it was like to be a working man at his young age. Like he was the kid that had everything because his father put him in a position where he could, make money and buy things on his own and get a lot of nice things. You know, I say around maybe 12, 13 years old, his pops and his mom separated, right? After his pops separated from his mom, I noticed the change in him, you know what I mean? He started hanging out more, getting in trouble, a lot of that type stuff. And I what he had done it on his own, maybe, maybe. But I think his father, that structure and that time his father put in with him made him not do a lot of the things that we was doing around the neighborhood and kept him on a straight and narrow path. You know, he got a little older, he got his stuff together. He is a successful business owner. He got a nice house. Uh, he got the work ethic that his father had. You know what I mean? He implemented some things in him that I think, you know, a man can put into another man. You know what I'm saying? He has something to look up to, something that was like him. more so than his mom. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he wouldn't have still did the same thing if his mom raised him, but I feel like he respected his father and he cared what his father thought. You know what I mean? So it pushed him to get his stuff together and get right. You know, now he in a good place. I think that's one of the, values of having a male figure around to talk to you and relate to you with things that a woman can't relate to. You know, we all have girlfriends and wives and stuff like that. And sometimes we don't talk to them about certain things. You know why? We say she's just not gonna understand. No matter how you try to explain it to her, she's just not gonna understand. But you go tell your homie or somebody like one of us, and we get it right off the rip. We get it. But you can't explain that to your girl because those are the things, those are the subconscious things that we understand as men that women don't pick up on. Kind of like what Chico was saying. You know what I mean? So I think it's the man definitely plays a very important role to to boys growing up. I really do.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like, and like one of the unconscious things is my mama was country and didn't really, she couldn't pick up on the fact that I was smoking weed. Wasn't for my snitch sister who told on me. They wouldn't know. Whereas I went over to where a friend house who had a father, he instantly was on, you niggas is high. You know what I'm saying? So it is unconscious things that, a father just knows by being outside that a mother could miss and prevent a child from going left. A boy.
I'm gonna ask a question on this because I'm not gonna act like I know this answer, so I'm asking to the stage. With a single parent mother raising a young black kid, uh, is it up to the woman or is up to the kid of what male they look up to if they don't have a male in the household?
It's up to the kid. Kid don't like they always tell you, bro. Like when you hear this a lot, where females bring guys around their kids, and the kid just don't like the guy for not even talking to him. It's a reason being that kid might not like said person. A kid got to like a person to listen to him. I say that.
I think honestly, it's phases to that, right? Because I think as a kid, as a little kid, you look up to what's around you, to whoever's around you. As you get older in life, you start to look up to who's cool to you. You know what I mean? Then
Good point.
when you become a man, you start looking up to people who's successful to you. You know what I mean? So I think it's phases to it.
Yeah, and to try to answer your question, Joe, I think it is the responsibility of the mother at some point to say, I need to get my son around some men because he's starting to grow some hair on his balls or whatever that may be. That time comes. I need to get you in sports, karate, whatever gets you that camaraderie with boys and men. A mother does have to seek that out, right? And know that that's necessary, right? So I think it is incumbent upon the parent to say, okay, I need to make sure that my son is around some men, right? Be it a mentor, be it sports, I'm a heavy believer in sports turning boys to men and allowing boys to be around not only other boys but men, right? How to act around boys and you know what I'm saying, getting that tough love and all that whine and shit. We don't do that with the boys, bro. You know what I'm saying? So those are lessons that, a mother would have to proactively say, okay, he getting to that point where he needs to be around some men. I think it is on the mother to know that.
Hey yo, and you know what else? Also too, like I said, like before my wife and things like that. You know, dealing with women, I would respect women more when they would say, "I don't bring dudes around my kids." in the beginning. Like I respected that. I was like, yo, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want just any and everybody around your kids, especially your daughters and your sons nowadays. But it's like, you know, to know she wanna pick the guy that she want to influence her child. And I respected that a lot because a lot of some women wouldn't do that. You would meet a woman and the first thing she say, "Oh, you come over," and as soon as you go over, you know she got kids, but you wouldn't think they'd be up at 10 o'clock at night. You like, what the fuck going on? So you know what I'm saying? Like it be things like that, like you know, you pick up on as time goes on to see, like, yo, this woman, she about something. You know what I'm saying? But normally, like, you know, she can't be your girl or something like that because you already got some. But nevertheless, you still gave her that respect.
For sure. And I want to say salute to you too, Brick. That's a big thing I forgot to say. Um, I commend you because you know you like you say you look after your little nephew. I think you said it was or little cousin. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. My
you
little nephew. Yeah,
know, you know what I mean. I think us as men, we gotta take the time out more so. And I don't know if you know the little kid in the neighborhood or you got a family member that got a nephew, you know the pops ain't around. We should definitely take the time out. Take a day out the week, bro. One day out the week, one day out the month, something, you know. Go take him out, have him do something. You know if his pops ain't around, you know he's probably not involved in sports or something like that. He's probably not involved in manly activities. You know, take some time out. Take a day out your week or your month, and you know, go take him out, talk to him, get his mind right. You know what I mean? We got to start doing that, and you know, and show these kids too because we could talk about what they doing wrong, but if you ain't doing nothing to try to help them or show them the right way, you can't blame them either. You know what I mean? You really can't. Um, you know that it's a big thing like what I was talking about earlier, having that community. We had that community back in the day. We don't got it no more. So we got to start rebuilding that shit. We really do. And you know, even if it's just one kid at a time, you know what I mean? That's it's gonna make a difference. It really will make a difference.
and
Well,
and salute and, and salute to you, Eddie. But like on some real, like in the summertime, what I do is, you know what I'm saying? Cause I know my son, he ain't going, my son, he ain't going out. He tired, like he tired of doing it. He did it 2 summers straight. He said, Dad, I ain't doing that. I'd rather work somewhere else. That's cool. Long as you doing something to make bread. So now for a couple summers, little niggas in the hood, I see ain't doing nothing. I know they parents. You know what I'm saying? Yo, come on. You about to go make some money. See, they look at me, they look at Brick, they say, oh shit, I'm about to roll with Brick to go make some money. Yeah, get that lawnmower right there, right? I'm gonna start it up. You go up, you come down. You go up, you come down. You go up, you come down. Know what I'm saying? Like that. And it's like you showing them how to be the you could change because the Brick that you knew before, he doing something better. But guess what? He helping me at the same time. He's showing me something different. You get what I'm saying? And I do that. I don't pick the same little nigga to come with me every weekend because it is a lot of niggas in the hood that's just out there standing around doing nothing. You ain't getting no more money because it's dead. So now the Brick you knew that'll get you some money before, he gonna get you some more money now, but in a positive way. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like I owe that to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they little niggas was loyal, still is to this day. But it's like I want to show these some, I want to show them something different and something better. Hold up, man. That's it.
Salute, Brick. Appreciate you sharing. Let's stick to the program real quick. It's the weather report, the world famous weather report. Let's get your weather ready, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's the chief weatherologist out here in the woods somewhere. It's 69 degrees, feels like 69 with a high of 80, boy, and a low of 48. Back to the best stage on Clubhouse, YouTube. We coming for Rumble. Let's rumble. CMB, let's get it.
Well, goddamn, man. Let's take it goddamn to Texas with that boy Bando, man. I'm currently in Fort Worth, Texas. It's 60 right now with a high 83 and a low 52. Back to the best stage ever. Let's keep rocking, man. CMB, we all we got.
You're
Yeah.
it's your boy Ed Elbow Winkle, aka Ed Bully with the hoodie, tapping in from Hartford, Connecticut. It's currently 31 degrees with a high 36, low 26. Caught about 6 to 8 inches of snow. So roads was bad out.
Woo!
Drive safe. Change your windshield wipers. Stay safe out there. Back to the stage.
Salute, salute. I'm gonna tap in from the Motor City one time for the one time. We in the Motor City. It's 36 degrees. It is feeling like it's 28 out there. We going up to 45. No snow today, thank God. Stay dangerous. Salute to the Critical Minds building.
La da 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 do. It's your boy Joe coming out of Sellersburg, Indiana. Right now it's 50 degrees, partly cloudy. The high gonna be 59, the low gonna be 45. Back to the best stage on the motherfucking clubhouse.
Scotty Scat Pack Tiff Tiff in the Queen City, and today the high will be 74 degrees, the low will be 56, and right now we are at 63. Back to you guys.
It's your boy Cutter from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and we are 43 degrees and light rain today. Back to the clubhouse.
What's up? What's up? It's Big Butter, definitely not the little one. Checking in from Stockbridge, Georgia, where it's currently 69 degrees. The high is 80, the low is 57, and it's sunny all day. So get outside and get you some vitamin D. Back to the stage.
Hey man, say man. Ray Charles blind to the bullshit. Triller City on Earth, Houston, Texas. Shit, the one.
Matrix. Is that me? Matrix.
Matrix.
Matrix. Matrix.
Yo, it's the young and the illest Black Dave Willis coming out you from uptown New York, man. 34 degrees. It snowed last night, so it's snow all over the grounds, getting a little slushy, man. The high today is 38, the low is 31, and you know we're having fun. Salute to the CMB. This is a great topic. Salute to everybody on the stage. Let's rock.
I said, hey, yo. Yo, it's Brick coming live from Newark, New Jersey. The scariest nigga on the block where the guns don't go pop. They go boom, 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 boom. Yo, it's 39 degrees. And like Fat Boy said yesterday, it's slushy outside, man. All this damn snow, wet snow. It's a little light rain, though. So you're going to get your North Face. You're going to get your North Face suit. You're going to get the pants, and you're going to get the Steep Tech, and you're going to have the ACG boots because you can't wear the Timbs. They're going to fade on the white socks. You know what I'm saying? Because Timbs do fade. They bleed on your socks. And you're going to stay warm because you got to get outside and do something. Can't stay in the house. You're going to stay in the house and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So back to the best stage on YouTube, on Clubhouse.
Alright, we got Miss Lynn in the chat, tapping in from think Fort Worth, Texas.
No, that's Dallas.
Okay,
Dallas.
Dallas, my bad.
For the report worth.
Whatever. Same shit. Currently 59 degrees and sunny. A high 81. A low of 51. Now I'm talking about.
That's
Yo,
everybody.
yo.
Oh,
What
y'all
it is,
young,
what
y'all
it
young.
ain't. It's your boy Young.
coming in out of Cordell, Georgia, and it's 73 degrees. Back to UCMB.
My boy Young trying to take his shit back. He ain't playing.
You already know.
Nutbush City Limit.
All right, we got Kev tapping in from the mean streets of Boston. Currently 28 degrees, snowing with a high of 34. Let's rock.
Great topic. Great topic.
Is that everybody? Think that is everybody.
I think so. One more time. If you ain't download that Rumble app, download it. We need
Get that
support.
shit. Stop lying.
We four away. We four away. Come on. Let's rock.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. I had my whole family down follow. So y'all, some of y'all in here can do the same thing. Go and bump it, cause it's a couple people lied to me. They should already did it, but I got my whole family to do it.
Hey, what's that Rumble app?
Just
It's like
another streaming
YouTube.
service.
Yeah, but
There's
better.
a streaming service that they don't mind freedom of speech, and
It's like YouTube wide open.
yeah, YouTube they'll take your stuff down, but
It's
Rumble is more receptive to free speech,
it's like YouTube twerking.
and they throwing the
World
dollars.
Star, World Star YouTube.
Yes, sir.
There you go. There you go.
Some good
World Star. You.
some good content up there too. Even if you don't watch just our shit. But our shit is definitely gonna be the best up there.
Oh, that it is the best indeed. DJ Khaled.
We.
Right, I think we passed the weather. Everybody got their weather in. I have a quick motivational video. Uh, Eric Thomas, my favorite. Come take it. Or come take it. Pause. Let me tell you something. You can dream all you want. Kid came to me the other day. He about 24 years old. He wants to be an animator. Everybody dogging him out. He was like, E.T., maybe my dreams are too big. I said, no such thing. Nothing wrong with your dreams. Your strategy is off, though. Your dreams are great. Keep your big dreams. The people who dog you out is probably people with small dreams. Don't worry about them. You're going to run across a lot of them. You're going to run across a lot of average people who don't think big. Don't let that disturb you. Don't let that distract you. You keep your goals. But I need to know the steps. What steps are you going to take to make that happen? What you going to do on Monday? I don't see that. What you going to do on Tuesday? Like you just showing me your dream. I don't see what you doing on Wednesday. What time you getting up on Saturday? What you doing on the weekend when everybody else chilling? Show me your plan. Don't just show me your dreams. So if we gonna win 58, we gonna have some steps to go with that. All doable. I walked in here, bro. Some of y'all too tall to walk in the door. You got what it. You got the athleticism. Now we need the plan. You got to be intentional and deliberate. I don't wear Reebok. Ain't nothing wrong with Reebok. I just don't wear them. I ain't associate. I don't know nobody other than the pumps. You know what I'm saying? In the dunk, I don't really know a lot of people that wear. I know Nike. I wear Muhammad Ali for a reason. I wear James for a reason. I ain't trying to be fashionable. Muhammad Ali was the best to do it, and I saw him as a kid. I was born in the '70s. I saw him go to work. I watched MJ do his thing. I don't wear it because I'm fashionable. I wear it because I want to be associated. I want to be around greatness. I know what Nike represents. Serena with him. Kobe was with him. Jordan was with him. You got to be intentional and deliberate. Now, here's what I mean when I say 120. So I had a guy the other day, I was on the phone with a guy, and he said he was a Laker fan from back in the day. I was like, oh, what era? He was like, Kobe, Gasol. I was like, all right, do me a favor. You really a Laker fan? He's like, yeah. I was like, name everybody that played on the squad that year. He couldn't name them. I said, bro, I thought you said you was a Laker fan. Like, I can't name them. I ain't no Laker fan. I'm from Detroit. I'm a Piston fan. I can't name them. I can name Isaiah Dumars. I can name them all. John Sally. I can name Rodman. I can name Lambeer. I can name them.
Buddha, microwave. I can name them. Name them. You can name them. I said, who can you name? He said, I can name Kobe, Gasol, and Oda. I was like, who's the best out of all of them? They said Kobe. I said, absolutely, 120. The reason why you can't name the other jokers, not because they didn't play on the team and not because they weren't professional, but they weren't giving 120. So you don't remember who they were. And you went to a whole bunch of the games. They were professional, but they weren't 120. You'll never forget Kobe. He was 120. Not perfect, but 120. He gave everything he had. Mike was 120. Gave everything he had. 120. Michael Phelps, 120. Serena, 120. I'm saying to you that since you have to give an effort anyway, it might as well be 120. Why? Because when you do 120, you ain't never got to work again. You can name some dudes in the league that won 120, they got jobs now. Kobe never had to work again. Mike never had to work again. Why? Because they were die. Serena will never work again. Michael Phelps will never work again. He didn't just swim. He was a swimmer. Serena was the best that ever do it. I'm telling you, here's what I know it's going to take to get to 58. It's going to take your best game every night. How do you get your best game? I don't have the slightest idea. I get my best game by getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. People say to me all the time, you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, if you lost your mind, I say, have you lost yours? I live in America. You mean to tell me I can get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and be a multimillionaire? You mean to tell me I can get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I can get a master's, a PhD, I can be a New York Times bestseller? You mean to tell me I can take care of my family by getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I can take a nap whenever I want to? I'll do whatever it takes. I'm thinking up at 3 o'clock in the morning since about 1920. First hour I dedicate to God. Next hour my accountability. Next hour a little walking. I try not to do too much exercise. You feel me? I be seeing people, I'm like, you about to die. You know what I'm saying? You're doing too much. I'm just gonna walk. You know what I'm saying? Because I see the old ladies just walking in the mall. They old. I don't see them lifting no weights and doing no burpees and nothing like that. They just walking for an hour. I was like, that's what I like that. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just being real. If you live in a third world country, I don't care what time you get up. I don't care what time you go to bed. You in a third world country. You can't be an NBA star. You can't be an NFL star. You guys have an opportunity of a lifetime, and it's a short window. I'm telling you, it's a short window. You're not going to be doing this at 47 years old, 58 years old, 62. So if you got 10 years, why not give 120? Because if you give 120, that feel good, bro. I get 120. I'm walking through I'm talking about airport. I'm going out to eat cats like I love it too, because I grew up in the African American community. So bros be coming up to me like, what up, ET? Like, bro, I don't be taking pictures with grown men, but like, bro, you ain't got. It's all good. You ain't gonna lose your masculinity, bro. E, you changed my life, bro. You got me ironing my wife's clothes. You helped my mom get through chemotherapy, bro. It feel good giving 120 and know when I die that my name will live forever. My videos will live forever. It feels good knowing that I own my own dynasty and I run my own life because I gave 120. And was it difficult? Absolutely it was. Did I want to chill out while other people was on the plane playing video games and watching movies? I wanted to watch it too. But I was working on my dissertation. It was worth it. That dissertation was worth it. The master's was worth it. The GED was worth it. The writing the book. I'm asking you to do me a favor. I'm asking you, if you're going to get to 58, you can't give me 70-30. You can't give me 60-40. You can't give me 75-25. You can't give me 80-20. You're going against some other dudes in this league who have won and they've tasted success and they don't want to give it up. They tasted it, y'all. They felt what it felt like to be on the bus. I know what it's like to be on the bus. I know what it feels like, guys. There are people who live that lifestyle and they're not trying to give it up. You got to take it from them. Anybody trying to give it up? Kids come to me all the time. ET, I'm going to take your spot. How? I want you to take it, but I'm not giving it to you. I want you to be the next great speaker. I do. If you had 100 of me in the school system, 100 of me in the prisons, it wouldn't be enough for all the crime and what our kids are going through. It wouldn't be enough. But I'm not about to give it to you. You got to come take it.
That was a great man. That was a great motivational speech right there.
120. You mean to tell me I could change the direction of my family's life if I put enough work in? Say less. 120.
You got 22 on the Rumble now. Three more.
All right, this is the time in the morning we take a quick look at the stock market. We want to make sure we getting buy a pair, buy a share theory out in the world. So we'll run through a quick review of the stocks today. I'm seeing a little bit of pullback. We got Crocs coming in at 123, still above Nike, which is at 118. Procter and Gamble has slipped below 140. Down to 137 this morning. Might need to grab some of that. Excuse me. We have Netflix up today, 325. Tesla has come down a little bit, 205, still over that 200 mark, 205. Uh, Meta, which is Facebook, is at 175 this morning, and it looks like it's running. It's up 4% already today. Wow. Microsoft 249. Ford 1206. Ford is like on a up and down. Bank of America is one of my stocks, 3426. Uh, Dave stock, which is the DraftKings, is at 18 bucks, 18.78 to be exact. What else do we? Bitcoin, I like to throw that out there, is at 23.4 this morning. Dillard's 360 sitting strong, and Old Elf to round it up. Stu, we slipping. $75.29 this morning, already up almost 2%. That's pretty much the stocks we track here in the CMB. Remember, buy a pair, buy a share. Back to the stage.
Hey, real quick. So I downloaded Rumble. Sorry to interrupt. How do I find the CMB room?
Just click the link up top again. Just click it again. It'll bring you right to it. And if not, if it don't bring you right to it, it'll probably bring you to the web page. Just log in right there and right there. Appreciate it, Kev.
How many more we need?
After Kev, that'll be two more. I think, right? Yeah, we need three more just a second ago. So yeah, that'd be two more. Sad, we should have been at 25. It'd be more than 25 people in here kicking the bobo, but I'm gonna mute after.
Facts. We should be at 30 something
Hmm?
or 40. Like, what the fuck going
Hmm?
on?
How many people in the room? And it's about 30 of us, 40?
Right now, it's
It
17.
was 32. It was 32 for the morning. So, like, that's why Free said he got the pistol out.
Yeah, 17, I believe. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. It was 17, but it's 16 of us right now. And it's definitely more than 9 of us that be in here on it. 9 more people that be in here on a daily. So, I mean, come on, man. Play your part, man. Support.
We should have cleared 40 easy this the first day. You know what I'm saying?
Easy. We ain't asking for no money. Just sign up. That's it, please.
Hey, so I can re-sign up under each email. So if I got like 4 emails, I can sign up 4 times.
Yeah, you could, but don't even do that. Just play your part. You did your thing. We appreciate it. Don't even do that. You good. You want our numbers
Yes,
organic.
sir.
Appreciate that though, Kev, for real.
I got you.
Yeah, we looking to take that space over, man. We're gonna make sure all the audio's clean. We package the work right. Taking off over there on Rumble. Let's get to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We rocking, man. I'm here with y'all tapped in for the day.
All right, so be quiet. I got a question for you. I was in a room yesterday. We were debating on what NBA shot was more significant: the Ray Allen shot in Game 6 or the Kyrie shot in Game 7.
Ray
Mm,
Allen.
Ray Allen, most iconic shot. He retired that year as well, right?
I'm sorry about that. My phone went on. What was that?
He retired that year,
We
did
said Ray.
You going with Ray over a Kyrie shot?
yeah. He
I'm
retired.
I'm going with Ray.
He retired that year, didn't he? It wasn't that his last year.
Yes, I believe it was. Now, the next question is, if those two didn't hit those shots, what would LeBron's legacy be at this point? Because remember, those two shots are the ones that gave LeBron those two championships.
Somebody shoot me.
Please don't get this man started on
Right
LeBron,
in
man.
the head. Right
Jesus
in the head.
Christ.
I ain't
Shoot
gonna
me
lie.
damn in the head.
Do not
Damn
get
in
this
the head.
man
I
started
ain't
on
gonna lie,
LeBron.
Kev.
Fuck, they rolled the nigga all the way to that shot. What would it be without it? A guy.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I think we got to put the LeBron, Jordan, and religion shit. I did those shits
In
all.
the trash.
I agree. Throw it away, bro. I don't
What
want to
what
hear
what would have happened if Paxson didn't hit that shot? If BJ Armstrong didn't hit that shit? Motherfucking Kerr didn't hit that shot. What would Jordan be? Oh shit.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got.
we ain't about to do that.
And no offense to my religious people, but you just know the type of conversation you're gonna have after that.
Skip. Hey, look, they'll skip over the man just came back from 27 points down to go all the way to. Remember that time he passed the ball?
think about
He
how he
should have shot it.
talking
Jordan
about
would have shot it.
when LeBron and them came back and beat Curry and the boys. What was it? I think it was down 2-1 or 3-1. Talking about Curry gave up. I'm like, bro, Curry got full fucking range, bro. Like Curry can't do it on his own. Like leave that man alone, bro. Imagine if Curry was LeBron size, you know what I'm saying? On pause and could shoot like, you know what I'm saying, the way he shoot, but LeBron size though. Think about that. That man would be a dog, bro. And he a dog at what, 6'1"? Like, come on, bro.
Imagine if KD could stay healthy.